My girlfriend made me play Voyagers of Nera. She likes to force me to play cozy games I have never even heard of. So I brought it into the lab and ran a few tests. Here are my results. Expectations. Moana vibes covered in coziness. I'm a bit unsettled by this. Results. Right off the bat, I have to admit, I have seen Moana, but I didn't like it. Except for the chicken. My mind purged it almost entirely from my memories, some fragments still remain though. And oh yes, this game has Moana-ish vibes. But in a good way. I'm all about fantasy pirates. Calm down, I know this game is not about pirates. But because of this, if you give me an archipelago to explore, I'm aboard. Literally. Add a bit of mystery to these with friendly ghost cats and angry stone guys, boom, you have this world. I would give a pass as a resort for the vibes and atmosphere. And now, off we sail to the story! Expectations. Cozy games are not often examined in my lab. What kind of stories do they actually have? So, no expectations, I guess? Results. For me, a well-written interesting story is the core of a game, at least in most cases. Well, here the main story is a bit cliché. The ancient ones have disappeared, the world is in ruins, but you're here now to restore it. What, you have some questions? Who are you? Where are you? What is this place? Don't worry about that, you learn as you go. Chop chop, the world isn't going to restore itself. Oh, and don't forget to pet the ghost cats and to punch the stone guys. Off you go then, good luck. You can find some lore elements here and there, like by discovering monuments and marks. I hope you like to read. To be fair, I played a few too many games revolving around the same plot recently. So I don't really care about this story. But I didn't mind it. The game is clearly made for multiplayer mode. I'd recommend playing it with your friends. If you don't have friends, then play with your enemies or with your not yet ghost cat. As such, the real story is written by you! I played it solo and I enjoyed it even so. Did we have expectations for this chapter? Bah! I give it a pass because I had fun. But how did it work? Expectations. Easy to learn, no high-level skills required, good pace, fluent mechanics, fun gameplay. Oh boy, my opinion waved here like the sea. It had many ups and downs. But, before you mention it, yes, I know that the game is in early release. Yes, I know that most of these mentioned issues are going to be fixed. I'm talking about the version I was playing. Keep this in mind. The fighting mechanism is easy to learn, though the character doesn't always react. Sometimes I had to press the mouse or a key for an action 3 times for the character to do it. Sometimes this results in hits you could have avoided. My recipe for you to win every fight: 2 punches in the face, then a roly-poly. Add some patience and instant win. Speaking of punching, you can punch fish! This is so hilarious, I hope they leave it in the game. The first way to get food and items from animals is by punching them. Even fish! Amazing! Absolutely loved it. And here we are at the food part. This is the part I like the least. The game has survival elements, like you have to eat regularly. This is something I don't like at all. It upsets me. It's not the game's fault. It's not an issue, it's just not my cup of tea. Because when I play, I like to play as the character, not as someone playing a character. This drags me back to reality and breaks my adventure flow. This is one of the reasons why I don't like Assassin's Creed games. There, the game forces you to exit the fantasy world and walk in an office, slowly, among computers. That's part of my everyday job! I don't want to do it in games. Running and walking are just like in every game. Swimming is a bit funny for me. When the character swims faster, it uses less movement. If you have a spear in your hand, you're like the knockoff version of Poseidon. Swimming is a bit tedious, but let's take a moment here. There was someone among the developers who had the idea to add surfing to the game. You, the developer who had the idea, come here. Come a little closer. I have something to tell you. Thank you! You are a genius! This is one of the best ideas to make moving faster in games I have ever seen. You deserve a promotion and a raise. With the surfboard you can move on water way faster than you would swim. It's just... cherry on top. No, I cannot get off the punch the fish train. You can defeat friendly fish and angry fish. Friendly fish provide food and don't attack back. The angry fish and angry sharks attack back. They provide resources for crafting. Oh, and the angry fish sometimes want to jump to the next step of evolution. And sometimes they just get stuck in a stone. Fighting with fish is, well, easy and not easy at the same time. Angry fish tend to flee for a while and it takes forever to chase them. Sometimes they randomly disappear, though it's pretty rare. And no matter what you defeat, the loot is sometimes buggy. For example, it's right in front of you and the character just doesn't collect it for some reason, or sometimes it drops in places where they are impossible to reach. I already mentioned crafting. You can craft weapons, armor, equipment, a house, decor, and the list goes on. For crafting, you need to forage everything. For example, wood, stone, plant fiber, or resin. Pro tip: when you craft a wall for the house, don't try to place it immediately. It took me embarrassingly long to look for the socket the wall can go into. It means that you have to craft the frame for the wall and place that first. I did the dumb part, so you don't have to. You're welcome. And to be fair, the vibes of the house are just super cool. Absolutely love it. Though I'm not sure how safe it is to place torches within a house made of nothing but wood. But who cares? Your inventory will run out of space in no time, so you need to build storages. And here is one more up and down. Up, it's cheap and easy to make. Down, you cannot move it unless it's empty. So if it's in the way, you have to unload your inventory somewhere, get everything from the basket, then move it, then put everything back. Whose idea was this? The weapons, pickaxe and axe you craft wear out fast, which is meh. You have to go back to the repair station to fix them. At least the beginner set. I don't yet have the advanced ones. But repairing the equipment is super easy. Just one click, no extra resources needed. Again, something I don't like, being forced to repair all the time. And something I'm a big fan of, super easy process. Ups and downs as mentioned. Ooh, and I left the best part of crafting for the end. The pirate ship! Before you say anything, if it's made of wood and it has at least one sail, it's a pirate ship, period. Your argument is invalid. This is the rule. The ship is a cargo ship, which means that you can store many items in it, but it is slow. Going to farther islands and then back takes quite a bit of time. Playing solo, it's not much fun. If I had played with friends, we definitely would have made some sea shanties, like 15 ghost cats on a dead stone guy's chest or something. Angry fish and angry sharks can attack your ship, but the ship doesn't have a health bar, so I ignored it. Big mistake. When I was sailing back from one of the farthest islands, my ship sank. So I needed to go back to the base, build a new ship and fetch the loot I lost. Because I lost everything, even my will to live. But your loot doesn't disappear, so you can retrieve it at any point. At least in my experience. Ups and downs, ups and downs. Later I figured out that I can make ship repair kits, with no clue how to use them. I equipped one, had a big wooden hammer in my hand and a what now moment in my head. Pro tip from me again, the health bar of your ship is the cracks on it, which I hadn't spotted the first time. So you have to smash the hammer into the cracks and the ship will be repaired. This is how life works here. The instructions weren't clear, or if they would have been, I wouldn't have read them. I have this very bad habit. About the objectives, they are as vague as the main story, yet charming. You can explore many islands, even in the first area. You can find loot and lore. Also, there are ghost cats, tiny helping spirits that will provide skills when rescued. Ghost cats in the wild are surrounded by some sort of breach in time-space. Angry stone guys will appear from them. Once they've all had the fist and spear lullaby and been put to sleep, the ghost cats can be aided. Hooray! You are a hero! You can also punch some bigger stone guys as trials. When you defeat them, you will get a reward which you need to proceed in the story. And ghost cats will be your audience. But the little bastards don't clap. Playing solo, this was a bit repetitive, but the game's charm made me forget about it. Just as a side note, I think this surely will be fixed. The responsiveness can cause trouble in the inventory as well. Once, mid-sailing, I wanted to take something from the ship's storage. The game thought that I had released it, so it just dropped it, and it was floating in the air where I left it. So, my verdict on this chapter, it has some flaws in it, but it absolutely passed. My girlfriend wanted to pick a cozy game for me. Is this a cozy game? I don't think so. Joke's on her. This is a good game, so I probably did not forget about the dishes. I threw all the dirty plates out. We have many. She won't notice. Did I enjoy the game regardless of all the flaws and elements of mechanics I don't like? Absolutely. I definitely will play this more. When it's released on PlayStation, the two of us will definitely sail out for adventures together. I recommend you to do the same. This was the test report from my game lab. Join us in the next one and see what my girlfriend forces me to play. And hit the subscribe button. I heard it has better responsiveness than the game's fighting mechanics. We have a Discord, did you know? Why not join the engineering conference there? We could talk like nerd to nerd. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye!